A tip of the cap and a salute as Memphis's top cop leaves his post. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm Katina Rankin. My co-anchor Richard is off tonight. MPD Director Mike Rallings retired Wednesday after nearly 5 years leading the department and 3 decades on the force. Local 24 News reporter Brad Broders spoke with Rallings and his vocal critics on the ups and downs of his time as director.
I think we've done some good things, but obviously the issue of aggravated assaults and homicides, we have not been as successful on those as we would like to have been.
Blunt and candid on the day of his retirement, Memphis Police Director Mike Rallings reflected on the challenges leading MPD and combating violent crime the past 5 years.
We've kind of thrown everything at it in the kitchen sink.
Director Rallings was promoted from interim director shortly after this I-40 bridge demonstration in July 2016.
Oh God, we thank you. We thank you, dear Lord.
Rallings joined in prayer that night after several tense hours after he successfully led hundreds of demonstrators off the bridge safely.
That was a potentially very lethal situation.
I think he tried to advocate for a different community style of policing than what many of the activists and organizers on the front line were advocating for.
Reverend Earl Fisher and other community activists argued many of those community police reforms promised by MPD during those summer 2016 demonstrations didn't pan out as originally hoped.
The moment had been calling for much more in terms of innovation.
Director Rallings disputes much of that. He says challenges recruiting and retaining officers remains to this day, forcing MPD to do more with less. The current force of a little more than 1,900 officers is well below the city's goal of 2,500.
You got to have X amount of people to answer almost 1 million calls for service and do the community policing that our community is asking for.
Wednesday morning, as Director Rallings said goodbye at the Police Training Academy, he also offered this plea to the public.
Community involvement is an issue, and the community is going to have to get off the sidelines.
Memphis Police Deputy Director Mike Ryle will take over as interim director starting Thursday and through June. Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland will make a recommendation for the next director among 8 finalists by the end of the month. More on that search and what's at stake at 6. Reporting in downtown Memphis, Brad Broders, Local 24 News.